is Stan Comeau here, and today I'm going to be answering a question that literally gets asked every single time I post almost anything on social media, and it's this question. So I'll be answering it for you today, right now. So as most of you know, about a year ago, which is now so weird to think about, I went to Monterey, California to be with Steven, to live there, and to spend my time there with him so that we could finally be together once and for all. Honestly, being there was amazing, and it was super eye-opening, and I would not change me going there for the world, because I had some of the most amazing times in my life while I was there. And on the opposite side, I learned so much while I was there. Not even just about, me and Steven's relationship, but so much about myself. So, for some of you who might be sad at the end of this video, just know that so much amazing things have come out of the results of this whole video. So I was there from the end of June to the beginning of November, and me and Steven did incredible things, like we went to Disneyland twice, and we finally got to share birthdays in the same place and experience those together for the first time, which is amazing. Being in a long distance relationship, you miss out on certain things. For example, sharing each other's birthdays in the same place, or getting to cuddle every night, or being able to be like, hey, let's go for a walk on the beach. Stuff like that. You don't get to do that. And then on the other side, you don't get to experience somebody every single day. And that's not throwing shade to anybody, but it's just like the honest truth. When you are in a long distance relationship, it's usually just you and a computer screen talking to somebody else, and it's very, very different. With that being said, at the end of the time that I was there, me and Steven had to make a choice. And that choice was, we either get married so that I could stay there forever, or we get engaged and I go back to Canada and we figure all that stuff out, and then I move back there, or we break up. And I think I pretty much have already foreshadowed that me and Steven have broken up. We have not been together now for almost 8 months. And I know it's weird because I feel like I should have made this video sooner, but there was, things going on that it just wasn't the right time. About 5 days after I came back from Monterey and me and Steven broke up, my grandpa died, and I was dealing with all of that. And also dealing with the fact that me and Steven weren't together anymore, and, trying to figure out how to be myself without anybody else. And, me and Steven were still great friends afterwards, and we wanted to be friends because we still loved each other, and we still wanted to have a connection with each other. And that's great, but then there comes a time when you kind of just need to move forward and move on. And me and Steven got to that point about a week ago, and we decided that, as much as we still love each other, and as much as we enjoyed our company, it's going to be super hard for both of us to move forward and move on with other people if we are still talking a lot. So, unfortunately, Steven and I aren't really talking anymore, and it's not on bad terms. It's not like we have this huge fight and now we hate each other. That's not the case. It's actually quite the opposite. We have so much respect for each other, and we want each other to be happy, and as long as we are friends and as long as we are constantly talking, it's going to be hard to achieve that. And let me just repeat, we don't hate each other. This is literally out of love. We can't be friends if we want to continue on with our lives. And I know for some people that's probably really hard to understand, like, why can't you just be friends, And I was at that point once, Steven was at that point once. We're not even in the same country, let alone the same town. If we both lived in Monterey, I think we'd be able to be like, hey, whenever we see each other, that's awesome. And if we ever want to hang out every once in a while, that's fine. But when you're not in the same place and, not even in the same country, it's really hard to be like, yeah, we'll still be friends, because the only way that we can really be friends is if we talk, and if we're getting, new boyfriends, or even trying to date other people, it's gonna be really weird to be like, who is that, Dan guy, or who is that Steven guy constantly texting you? That's my ex-boyfriend. And we didn't want that, so we decided to not let that get in the way of our future. And I know that a lot of you really wanted me and Steven to be together forever, and you know, there was a point when me and Steven really wanted to be together forever, but it just really wasn't working. And I'm really sorry that some of you are probably really hurt right now. You know, I'm sure that Steven's gonna find somebody and I'll find somebody, and you know, you're gonna be able to experience that, and you're gonna find somebody, and then you can be a beacon of hope, and I will be a beacon of hope for you. We'll be single together, and it's gonna be so awesome. And if any of you need like clarification about, you know, what's happening or what happened, ask me in the comments below, and I will answer them to the best of my abilities. Of course, there are some things that are just too private for me to answer, and that's why I didn't say it in this video, but I will do my best. If you have any questions or concerns, or you're like, well, you know, what are you gonna do now? I'll let you know in the comments. But I think that's all for today's video. I hope you guys are okay. I just want you to know that I'm okay, and as far as I know, Steven's okay. So there's no need to be sad, and if you are, I'm sorry, and I'm just gonna hug you like this for like solid 5 minutes. This is nice. You're okay. So like I said, if you need any clarification or you have any other questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer them. And as always, I will see you later.